with one Dr. Deraz. We'll get the details in the bulletin. Also, Veep calls for more balanced partnership between Ghana and the IMF on page 13. According to the Vice President, Professor J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman, also fire guts dozens of shops at Kwame Nkrumah Circle. A sad story there that happened yesterday, and 3,000 illegal firearms retrieved in gun amnesty, 3,000 of them, on page 13 of the paper. The back page of the Ghanaian Times has some sports papers, some sports stories. Fire guts dozens of shops at Kwame Nkrumah Circle, and cuts calls for establishment of ACTA to regulate transportation in national capital. A leading research and public policy think tank, CUTS International, Accra, it has called on government to establish the Accra City Transportation Authority to regulate, plan, and coordinate transportation across the capital. And the call follows worsening commuter hardship, rush hour congestion, and weak coordination arising from the fragmentation of the former Accra Metropolitan Assembly into multiple municipal and sub-metropolitan assemblies. These are some of the stories that the Ghanaian Times is talking about this morning. The Custodian newspaper, and on the front page of the paper, GOLDBOD, Gold Coast Refinery moved to refine gold locally. GOLDBOD and Gold Coast Refinery moved to refine gold locally on page 12 of the paper. Some good work being done by Sami Jemfi. Also, sack and fit Ablakwa over diplomatic failures. The minority is telling President John Dramani Mahama. Nanasa for JIA, the MPP MP for Bosome Freho, is the one who addressed this press conference yesterday. The minority demanding the sack of Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, as well as the recall of Ambassador Victor Smith, Ghana's ambassador to the United States. Also on the front page of the Custodian newspaper, IES backs NPA price floor regime on page 12, and be part of Baumia's imminent victory. Another prayer to NPP delegates. That story is on page 3 of the paper. Be part of Baumia's imminent victory. Another prayer to NPP delegates. Stanbic Bank reaffirms support for Ghana's economic recovery on page 11 of the paper. Okay, so these are the same stories on the back page of the Custodian newspaper. The Finder newspaper this morning says that bond market turnover hits 4.61 billion. Bond market's turnover hits 4.61 billion on page 8. Professor Ade urges banks to cut lending rates on page 9. And Ghana's IMF program extension to August 2026 is technical. That story is on page 8 of the Finder newspaper. I was trying to give Sixtus the Daily Guide, but he did not see to take it. So, the Daily Guide newspaper, Ghana's favorite paper, on the front page, margins takes ID success to Gambia. An ex-MPP candidate stabs wife in US has been arrested. Valentino Ninoy Note. That story is on page 3. Kwabena Ejapon unveils 6-pillar policy on page 6 of the paper as well. And Ablakwa must go, according to the minority. No more raw gold export. On page 3, GOLDBOD, Gold Coast Refinery sign deal. These are the stories that the Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Good morning to you, Sixtus.
I'll start with the Accra Times newspaper. We inform with pride and we educate, edited by Dean of the Parliamentary Press Corps, Simon Agiana. It reports BOG boss to launch media recognition initiative. Minority MPs accuse Ablakwa over foreign policy posture, and Ambassador Victor Smith addresses concerns of citizens in the U.S. NPA boss Lord's tour management for revamping operations comes with a picture of Mr. Edmond Combat, CEO of TOR, with lawyer Eduji Tameklo, CEO of NPA. And finally, on the front page of the Accra Times newspaper, CBDA assesses public perception of President Mohammed's first press conference. The Daily Gist newspaper says, reshuffle looms. Lodina boy eyes defense comes with pictures of Kenneth Gilbert Ejay, current Minister for Works and Housing. Dr. Zaneto Ajiman Rollins, member for Adabraka area. And Roger Jemfi. Kole Klote.
Yeah, okay. Kole Klote, not Klote Kole.
One of them. Former NPP aspirant caged for stabbing wife in US.
What is Gilbert doing amongst those?
There's a Lordina boy eyes defense. I'm not sure whether he's the Lordina boy or the deputy defense minister, Broja Jemfi, is the Lordina boy.
If Gilbert is going to defense, it would be interesting in a certain way. I don't mean positive interesting, like surprising, because we don't know him as such. We don't know him as somebody who has interest in that area.
Did you know the Honorable Nitu had any defense background?
So I'm not talking about the background exactly. I'm talking about interests. We don't know that yet. And then based on his performance in works and housing, that's a little something. People think he's amongst the ministries or the ministers who have not
pulled their weight
during the first year of the Mahama administration. So Gilbert, the thinking is that they say that some judges lucky because transportation has come to cover him small. So the deputy minister of the transport ministry will also be affected in all of that. So we're saying some reshuffles there. I mean, it's good. At least we're used to going close to 8 years without a change in government. So
it became the norm.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a long one on page 3 of the Daily Gist newspaper, and the story is by Issa Olego. Lengthy one, actually. There are more pictures here. So there's Joseph Bukari Nikwe, Transport Minister. There's Queen Star Pokia Sawyer. This name Queen Star it's always sounded funny to me. Queen Star.
What are they saying about the Transport Minister?
Those are all pictures. It's a lengthy one. I'm not sure we can. Okay, so alternatively, this is somewhere in the middle of the story that I'm just reading from. Queen Star Mami Pokia Sawyer, Member of Parliament for Aguna East, is also being considered for the environment portfolio only if the First Lady would free her to take up a ministerial duty. Recently lost her husband, is one of the longest serving MPs, but her nomination for a ministerial job was allegedly torpedoed by the First Lady, who has an axe to grind with her. Interesting one. Okay, so Ken Ejay, who previously served as a deputy minister for defense to Dr. Benjamin Kumbo, did you know that?
Queen Star?
No.
Who are you talking about?
The one you were saying doesn't
Gilbert.
have interest in that side. Yes. I didn't know that. I honestly, I recall Benjamin Kumbo as defense minister, but I don't recall the deputy. So this was during the Mahama first term.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and is viewed as a familiar and experienced hand at the ministry. His perceived closeness to First Lady Lordina Mahama has further heightened speculation that he could be chosen to replace the late Dr. Edward. That sounds of late. Okay, so now you know that there's a background. One of the most prominent, so I'm just picking bits and pieces from the story. I'm not reading in any particular order. One of the most prominent names.
Start and make sense. I think it's an interesting read and make sense of the names.
It's a really long one. Okay, let's see. Speculation is intensifying within the political space as expectations grow that President John Dramani Mahama, now in his second term, may soon undertake his first major ministerial reshuffle. Although the president has publicly urged patience, internal party discussions, vacant portfolios, and mounting public pressure in key sectors continue to fuel widespread anticipation of changes within his administration. Since returning to office, President Mahama has largely retained the ministerial team unveiled in January, a list that was notable for sidelining many lobbyists and signaling a preference for experience and loyalty over intense political bargaining. However, the deaths of 2 serving ministers have since created vacancies, particularly at the Defense Ministry and the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, reopening conversations about realignment and balance within government. One of the most prominent names linked to public possible movement is Deputy Minister for Defense Broja Jemfi, popularly called Amani in NDC circles. Party sources indicate that he may be reassigned to head the Ministry of Works and Housing, a sector facing renewed scrutiny over housing deficits, stalled public projects, and infrastructure delivery. Such a move, observers say, would mark a strategic redeployment rather than a demotion. In parallel, Kenneth Gilbert Ejay is being tipped to assume the defense portfolio as substantive minister. Both Broja Jemfi and Kenneth Ejay are from the Ashanti region, and the two cannot hold the defense portfolio, leading to the shipping of Broja to Works and Housing as substantive. Ken Ejay, who...
So the paper says Broja Jemfi to Works and Housing.
Yes.
And then Gilbert to Defense.
To Defense.
Okay, continue.
Ken Ejay, who previously served as a Deputy Minister for Defense to Dr. Benjamin Kumbo during President Mohammed's first term, is viewed as a familiar and experienced hand at the ministry. His perceived closeness to First Lady Lordina Mahama has further heightened speculation that he could be chosen to replace the late Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boaman, whose death left a significant gap in the Defense Ministry's leadership. He had lobbied for the defense portfolio upon the return of the Mahama administration, but lost to Dr. Omane Boama, a close ally of the president. The Environment, Science and Technology Ministry has also emerged as a flashpoint in the reshuffle debate following the death of Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed in the ill-fated helicopter crash on August 6, 2025 near Obuasi. Zaneto Ajiman Rawlings, Member of Parliament for Klotekole and daughter of the late former President Jerry John Rawlings and NDC founder, has been repeatedly mentioned as a potential appointee, having earlier rejected the Deputy Minister of Health position. Her possible elevation has attracted rare bipartisan commentary, with Minority Leader Alexander Penyo Markin of the NPP publicly advocating her inclusion in Mohammed's cabinet as a matter of national interest and political correctness. Alternatively, Queenster Mame Pokia Sawyer, Member of Parliament for Aguna East, is also being considered for the environment portfolio, only if the First Lady will free her to take up a ministerial duty. Queenster, who recently lost her husband, is one of the longest serving members, but her nomination for a ministerial job was allegedly torpedoed by the First Lady, who has an axe to grind with her. I like that expression. She went philosophical after the snub, saying the shoe will be dirty again and the rag will be remembered with hashtag watch me. Oh, watch me. I'm sure this was on Facebook. Huh? The shoe will be dirty again and the rag will be remembered. Hashtag watch me. Charlie, Honorable, I'm copying this. No, I'm not copying. I'm borrowing this hashtag from you. Beyond filling vacancies, dissatisfaction with performance in some sectors is also driving calls for change. The Transport Minister, Joseph Bukari Nikwe, appointed in early 2025, has come under fire in recent time with reckless comments about the public transport crisis. He is reportedly under serious scrutiny amid persistent transportation challenges nationwide. Nicknamed the Okada Minister, following heated debates over a commercial motorcycle.
His nickname was the Okada Minister.
This is not fair to Honorable. Following heated debates over commercial motorcycle transport and promoting Okada business with legislative support to give legal backing to the dangerous enterprise, Nikwe has faced criticism over rising transport fares, congestion, and regulatory uncertainty. Sources within government suggest he could be shown the exit if the president opts for a broader reshuffle aimed at restoring public confidence. Despite these developments, President Mahama has recently sought to temper expectations of immediate changes. Addressing members of the Ghana Muslim missions during a courtesy call on him on Tuesday, November 25, the president dismissed claims that a reshuffle was imminent. He acknowledged the vacancies created by the loss of 2 ministers, but stressed that government would not be rushed into making appointments. You recall that engagement?
Yeah.
His comments were aimed at calming weeks of intense public debates and social media speculation, with the president confirming that appointments to the Defense and Environment Ministries would be made in 2026 after due consideration. I think the last 3 paragraphs are really not...
But
so that's a full gist.
Those of you listening to us, let us know if a reshuffle should happen. Let us know who you want to replace who and who you want to go where. Go. Yeah.
Are you asking people to name their enemies?
No, they should tell us who they want to go where.
No, tell us who you want fired.
Who you want to go to another place. Maybe the person is best suited there.
So that is the daily gist for you. And there's also that one there, sack Ablakwa over US visa restrictions.
The minority.
And this is from the minority.
So the caucus in Parliament, they called on President Mahama to immediately remove Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa as Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. They're accusing him of reckless diplomacy that has plunged the country into an international crisis with severe economic consequences. So this was a press conference
visa
yesterday.
Restrictions, would this be the first time?
They mentioned that
when the minority was on the majority side, did we not experience restrictions where our produce and products not turned away from European markets? Was the minister sacked?
So they say that
unless there are reasons beyond that.
The minister is immature, confrontational in his diplomatic relations. So that's what they're saying, that addressing the press conference, it was addressed by the MP for Bosume Freho and Deputy Ranking Member Nanasa Fweje Aye. He said Ghana's inclusion on the United States list of 75 countries facing indefinite pause in immigrant visa processes was a direct result of what it described as the minister's immature, confrontational, and diplomatically illiterate conduct. So that's one of the reasons. According to the minority, the development undermines family reunification efforts and disrupts plans of skilled workers who had complied with U.S. immigration requirements. So beyond the social impact, they warned of grave economic consequences. And then they said that Ghana receives between $3.7 billion and $6.6 billion annually in remittances, with the United States accounting for the largest share, estimated between $1.5 billion and $2.5 billion each year. And they argue that freezing immigrant visa processing threatens this vital economic lifeline, warning that today's visa restrictions could translate into tomorrow's decline in remittances, worsening the hardship of families and communities across the country. They lay the blame squarely at the feet of Mr. Ablakwa, accusing him of choosing megaphone diplomacy. See, there's one thing about diplomatic relations. Whatever they use it as a form of diplomacy. Megaphone diplomacy. Have you heard some before?
I think that the minority has always wanted our foreign affairs minister to be that meek calf led to the slaughter. Don't talk. You see, that's in that African ministers and foreign ministers particularly do. They usually would adopt the yes massa approach. So long as the US is the one commanding, say yes sir, sir, let's go. How do you want it? How high should I jump? I think that the Honorable Ablakwa adopted a different approach, at least from what we can all see. The same thing we saw from Benjamin. You remember this UK High Commissioner to Ghana, John Benjamin.
Yeah.
You recall him? What didn't they say about it? We now it's about this one? Is he a High Commissioner because he defied all the rules?
Yes.
You see, you have also used another interesting word.
Yes, he was.
You've used an interesting word. So I think that the foreign minister's direct engagement with U.S. officials, especially on social media, is what is still bringing up all of these things. But I don't think I don't think. And I've said this before.
It's not only the US they are mentioning. There's the bit about Israel too. So as evidence, the caucus pointed
No, I'm just using that as an example because that particular incident. You recall when one of the House Committee chairpersons. This happened late last year. Yes, somewhere October, November, thereabout. You know, when this committee chair had made some remarks on social media, and our minister responded on social media. I mean, the face of diplomacy is changing. People are conducting business on Facebook. Well, there may be excesses, but what are the excesses? What do we define as excesses? You are saying that somebody fired you on social media, but if I respond on social media to that firement, then I am the bad one. I am adopting megaphone diplomacy. Come on. Governments are conducting business on social media. Doesn't Trump announce major policy decisions on social media?
Trump is
our own
an ex-president. Not as a former president, as in Twitter.
Okay. And that makes sense. You see, the way I paused. So you see, okay, so that's also an interesting observation from you.
So this one, they call it Twitter diplomacy.
Twitter diplomacy. So let's stop that thing that, US are speaking, so it is what it is. And then we may disagree on the policy, the foreign policy of the administration of the day. But if we want to question or call for the removal of the foreign minister, the immediate question would be, what is the foreign policy direction of the administration?
Okay, so I'm getting two things from them. That's maybe questioning the foreign policy, like you've mentioned. They're also questioning the implementation strategy of that particular foreign policy. So, for instance, they're concerned about the deportation of Ghanaians from Israel, after which the foreign minister ordered the immediate deportation of Israeli nationals from Accra and publicly announced the policy of reciprocal deportations. The minority described this as petulant showmanship that violated basic diplomatic norms and portrayed Ghana as an unpredictable and untrustworthy nation. But I mean, in diplomacy, there's the principle of reciprocity. So I don't know where this is coming from. Any two countries, you do me as I do you. That's what the principle of reciprocity in diplomacy is.
No, but that is not what our minority is calling for. You see, you do me, I do you. Our minority is taking the posture that you do me, depending on your power as a nation. If you are among the superpowers of the world, then you do me, I say, sorry, sir. You get it? That is not what they are expecting.
So
and for those of us who believe that African leaders, especially the ministers who represent us abroad, must not walk into the room with their hands in between their ties. You know, they sit like they are shivering. You see, when your senior housemaster summons you, that posturing. Those of us who believe that our ministers should not be continue to behave like that, we would not have any problem with the kind of engagements we see our foreign minister. Of course, if there's some scandal, if he takes a wrong turn, he makes a decision that costs the nation, like the example they cited, the remittance. Yeah, that's money to the nation. So if indeed there's some merit to the argument, the foundation laid that it is for 1, 2, 3 decisions of the foreign minister that we are losing this amount of money, then we can have that conversation and we can all call out the foreign minister and tell him to do the right thing or to resign.
So that is why they are asking for the full communications between the United States over the past 18 months, between Ghana and the United States. So
where have you seen that before?
That is what they are asking.
Where have you seen that before?
It be made
government
public.
Should make public its diplomatic communication with the United States,
so that they can be able to know.
I thought we were talking about basic diplomatic
basic
rules.
Diplomacy, yeah.
Is that not what we are talking about? Where have you heard that before?
They say they should bring it to the public so that
if you don't even care about Ghana, you don't care about the U.S. end of the communication.
The foreign affairs minister may be reneged in his duty, but he's not the only one though. Ambassador Victor Smith, he's also mentioned.
He said recalled.
Yes, it should be recalled.
Okay, so he too was his crime.
accusing him of neglecting urgent diplomatic engagement while engaging in partisan domestic controversies.
What is that one?
That's what they're saying.
What does that mean? That's English. Break it down.
Maybe when we reach them, then they'll tell us exactly what he said. But that's what the minority.
Please let me run through this.
Yesterday, a sad story happened at Circle. You know,
I'm coming there. Let me just run through these ones. I haven't gone through the Daily Post and the BNFT, so let me just go through those two. Then we can go into the sad story. You seem to like sad stories.
Oh no, people's businesses have been destroyed. We should talk about it.
Let me give you good news, and so this will also create business, a lot of business. GOLDBOD and Gold Coast Refinery sign landmark deal to refine gold locally. You can buy the paper. Story is on pages 8 and 9 of the Daily Post newspaper. It is just 8 Ghana. So it comes with a picture of the chief executive of GOLDBOD and I believe his counterparts from Gold Coast Refinery. We are to start refining.
We have to start.
No, I like it's good news. I like it. I want to be part of that success story. You see, yeah, let's refine gold. And it's an argument that we have always made, adding value to our resources and not just shipping off raw materials. When you ship off the raw material, you get nothing from it. It's a conversation we have always had. Every single president has campaigned based on that same theory. So if it's starting now, I think we should all be happy about it. I can't seem to find page 8. I finally found it. It's not a lengthy one. It says that the partnership. Okay, so the Ghana Gold Board has signed a landmark gold refining agreement with Gold Coast Refinery on Tuesday, January 20, marking. Oh, so today is 21st. January has run down.
The year started close to a weekend. What do you expect?
Marking a major step towards deepening value addition within Ghana's gold sector. The partnership seeks to reduce Ghana's long-standing reliance on exporting raw gold, a practice that has historically led to significant revenue losses that could otherwise be captured through domestic refining and downstream processing. Under the agreement, gold sourced from both artisanal and large-scale mining operations will be refined locally for trade and export, bolstering Ghana's position along the global gold value chain. Speaking at the signing ceremony in Accra, GOLDBOD Chief Executive Sami Jamfi said the agreement will significantly enhance the implementation of a track and trace system across the gold sector. He explained that Ghana's daily export of approximately 1 ton of gold will now be shipped in refined form with a minimum purity of 99.9%, the highest standard in the industry. Direct quote, "This development marks a major milestone in Ghana's gold trade and will help maximize national benefits from our mineral resources." So this is a flower we have to give GOLDBOD. So something is happening at TOR, something is happening at GOLDBOD. Those are things that we should applaud and pay attention to. Pay attention not in terms of looking out for the bad things. We are praying for the CEOs to take a wrong step, a wrong turn. Then we organize press conference and call for their removal. Something is happening. This is the time for the House Committee on Mineral Resources. Gold is under which one? Land and Natural Resources. This is the time for them, bipartisan attention to this, so that we get the maximum. Support the CEOs and let them get the best for us. Valco not for sale. Process to modernize and expand it underway.
Who's talking?
I'm always struggling with this. I almost mentioned the other name. Randolph Chum Ankra, he's the CEO. I almost mentioned his other name.
You see, the thing about these things in the minds of the workers, the TUC, Public Utility Workers Union, all of that, they are very sure in their minds that if one of these institutions, ECG, Gridco, if any of them is privatized, or if you people involve private sector participation, by the way, they see private sector participation as the same as privatization. They say that it will mean the same thing, it's one and the same. If one of them happens, then automatically it will translate to all of the other ones. So if ECG is privatized, it means that VRA will, Valco will, Gridco will, it's just a matter of time. So the assurances that the CEOs give, they don't understand. They simply cannot agree that it's a position that will really, really happen. They are very certain that if it happens, then it means in the next couple of years.
Where from this mentality that state-owned businesses must be sold out, or we must have management agreements for state-owned businesses? Where from this? We almost sold toll. Do you know that?
Yes, we almost did.
MPP almost sold toll. I'm rephrasing.
Please, I'll maintain we almost did.
No. MPP almost sold toll.
So you see, there's
with funny excuses. So what did the old management fail to do that the new management is doing? What is Combat doing now that the old CEO could not have done? We almost sold it. We brought in a management partnership for ECG. Or this deal that backfired.
PDS.
PDS.
We know that.
Even Ghana Water. Ghana Water that they are chasing us today misbehaving. I'm very angry about Ghana Water.
Telecom,
I'll say that in
Ghana Telecom, Vodafone Ghana.
And
then the airlines.
Ghana Airways. Somebody says it's now a chopper.
The chopper self is not there.
The chopper self collapsed.
The chopper is not there. So we had Ghana Airways, and then we privatized it. I think it was Ghana something. It became another company, but still with the Ghana International something. Fast forward, became a chopper. At a point, the airline or the aircraft that should carry about 400 people, you see like 70 people inside on a journey from wherever coming to Ghana. It's because how politics and how politicians abused it. If you go to ECG right now, they keep telling us that the state owes a lot of money to the companies, and then they cannot go and collect it for reasons best known to them, or for very obvious reasons. So there's the bits about how 50% of the revenue ECG should be collected is left uncollected. It's part of the reasons why they cannot do the things that they are supposed to do.
You know the funny thing? That private management, they don't bring aliens to come and run it all. Usually they sign the agreement and they use the same individuals at the place to do the... So why are we insulting ourselves?
That is why the Public Workers Union, they are saying that even if you privatize the thing will not just out of the blue start working. You will need some agreement signed, some enabling environment. If you are willing to give those conditions to the private company, the private entity to manage it so that we make profit, why don't you provide it now? So that you don't even need to sell or privatize it in the first place. It will still be raking in the revenue that you expect
the CEO
private
is my friend. Let me read the story for him. It says the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation. I don't know whether it's Geardec or Guidec.
Yes,
Geardec.
I've done a few voiceovers for them.
For them. You mean you've chopped their money?
I mean, it's national money.
It's not national money. If it's national money, why am I not chopping so?
I sent it to you, but you didn't see it.
Nonsense.
They should bring more. I haven't heard from you now.
Me that the CEO is my friend. I know chop some. But when I said the CEO is my friend, see, you were about to go diabolic on me.
So tell the CEO that they should bring.
He should redivert your money to me.
This thing that they are talking about, they should bring agreement to do. You understand?
Has denied reports suggesting the sale of Volta Aluminium Company, Valco, in a press statement signed by its chief executive to set the record straight. GIDEC confirmed that as part of ongoing processes for the construction of a greenfield alumina refinery in Ghana, let me take that one again. That sentence impresses me. It says that as part of ongoing processes for the construction of a greenfield alumina refinery in Ghana. So TOR is working. GOLDBOD has signed agreement. GIDEC has processes ongoing also for a refinery. We are starting the count. That's 3 of them. So imagine all 3 become operational. No, TOR is already operational. So imagine the other 2 join. How many jobs are we talking about? This one, if they don't do the 24-hour economy, we now will even go on demonstration and ask them why they are not doing it.
They should hurry up and do it.
So, quote, this planned partnership aims to secure the capital and expertise necessary to retrofit and expand Valco's operations, increase production, safeguard existing jobs, and contribute to Ghana's industrial growth, the statement said. It went on to state further that the strategy involves a partial equity seeding arrangement that will provide liquidity while ensuring the government through GIDEC retains significant ownership and strategic control to drive future growth. So there's something happening there as well.
Yes, a lot of good things are happening. At various areas.
You are eager to go to your SARS story. Meanwhile, Sam George and his cybersecurity people they are still arresting people. It's a cyber crime center busted. 53 Nigerians arrested.
Why? And all the time they arrest our brothers and sisters from Nigeria, they dominate the people.
Ghana is good to them, so they are in all fields.
It's not a healthy thing. I mean, we should relook at our immigration strategies.
Are you saying that there are no Ghanaians in Nigeria committing crime?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that.
Do you know the numbers? Do you know the figures involved?
One too many a time when these busts are made, particularly for the cybercrime activities. Our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, they dominate the numbers. That is what I'm saying.
Are they training us?
I'm not training you all. See this man. Anyway, 60. So a few more stories. The Daily Guide. Yesterday, fire destroyed over 50 shops at Circle. And then, according to reports, the incident occurred yesterday at 10 a.m., destroying a number of shops, which prompted the intervention of the Ghana National Fire Service. The fire also affected other structures serving as homes and food vending points in the busy commercial area. According to eyewitness, before I could shout, the fire had already spread and ordinary water couldn't put it out. You understand how the area is. And then some affected shop owners at the scene suggested the blaze may have been caused by an electrical fault. And then, as usual, the fire service, they were deployed, they got there, but there's also the concern about how choked the area is. So it may be affecting the arrival time or their turnaround time. There's another story on page where is it? In the Daily Guide, 3 more suspects have been arrested in a Dabraka jewelry shop heist. You remember it happened last year, and the police have been doing a good job at that. 3 more suspects have been arrested in connection with the daylight armed robbery attack on the shop at Dabraka in the Greater Accra region. The suspects are identified as Fatal Mohammed, also known as Motorway, Nashiru Abubakar, also known as Soldier, and then Sadiq Abubakar, also known as 50 Cent. They were arrested on January 19. According to the police statement, the 3 are believed to be the main gang leaders of the robbery syndicate. And this brings the total number of suspects arrested so far in connection with the incident to 7. Other suspects are in police custody already. That's according to the Daily Guide newspaper. Another one, a neighbor has killed a man in Jomoro, in the western region. A fishing community is called Takinta in the Jomoro municipality of the western region has been thrown into a state of shock after news broke out that one of the respected persons in the community has been killed under bizarre circumstances. According to the information gathered, the deceased, his name is Cosmos Nda, who was allegedly killed by his neighbor, Nyamia, with a machete. Sources reveal that on the day he was killed, Nyamia had told some people in the area he wanted to commit suicide because he was fed up with life. So Mia went to his room and threatened that he was going to kill himself, some residents disclosed. And then Daily Guide gathered that when the deceased, who was a neighbor, heard what Mia wanted to do, he decided to go and talk to him to rescind his decision. According to eyewitnesses, Cosmos and Da then went to the suspect house to try to talk to him and calm him down. But in the process, a confrontation ensued, and the situation later turned bloody when Mia used a cutlass to butcher Cosmos to death. So police have since taken over the case, and investigations are ongoing to establish the full circumstances surrounding the incident. Meanwhile, the suspect, we understand that he has been arrested. Sisters, we'll talk about maybe one more thing. Yesterday was an interesting day in Ghana because it was an interesting day in the US. The thing is happening in the US, but Ghanaians are more interested than our former finance minister, Ofori-Atta, the man who we always see wearing white, very calm looking, quiet man. Yesterday, he was not wearing a white shirt. He was not wearing a white top and down. He was wearing, I don't know whether it's a blue black or it's a blue or it's a black uniform. Join us on Facebook right now, and then you see our former finance.
Lawyers didn't tell the court that there's a specific dress code.
A specific dress code for what?
That as part of the brand, he has a specific dress code.
Yesterday, he was not wearing a kaftan. He was wearing a jumper, a jumpsuit.
Jumper is fine. Jumper is what we know.
So yesterday, former finance minister, he took his turn in court.
That's
yesterday.
Dark blue.
Dark blue, right?
Yes, and it has a meaning.
Level 1, lowest.
Johnny Hughes has supplied us information. Those of you who miss him, no, don't worry, he's still giving information. You will hear his voice very soon. So he says, ICE detainees in this reminds me of a joke. ICE detainees in Virginia.
Somebody has been detained. It's reminding you of a joke. It's your life.
No, the name of the town, I beg you. I beg you. You see, Abiam is laughing. He knows the joke. So ICE detainees are issued standard color-coded and temperature-appropriate uniforms upon in-processing, with colors typically corresponding to their security classification level. These uniforms are mandatory and in service processing centers and contract detention facilities. Generally include uniform types, one uniform shirt, and one pair of pants or a jumpsuit. Color coding, there are 3 different levels. So you are either dark red, or you are bright orange, or you are dark blue. The dark red means you are a level 3 security person, so highest threat. Bright orange is level 2, medium threat, and dark blue, like our former minister, level 1, that's lowest. It means that he is of no threat.
He is of the lowest.
He's of the lowest.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for the correction. Thank you. He's of the lowest threat. So, special work units, detainees employed in food services are issued white uniforms. White uniform. Footwear. Facility issued shoes are provided as personal footwear is prohibited for even Kambu.
Yes.
They don't want you wearing your own.
No. You can't wear kayas there. It does not. It is no way.
So that's the meaning of
what he was wearing yesterday.
He wore yesterday, yes.
So he appeared in before a U.S. immigration court in Virginia yesterday. As proceedings continue over his immigration status. He was seen wearing a dark blue shirt and a face mask during the hearing.
He slipped on.
Oh, I didn't see that. So the hearing followed his detention earlier this month by the United States Immigration Customs. The matter was heard at the court before Immigration Judge David Gade, focusing on the bond redetermination and the preliminary review of his case. So the case has subsequently been adjourned to April. That is where we'll get to know maybe the final straw of what needs to be done. April 27, 2026. But if you're watching the video right now, the video that is on Facebook right now, you would see some names there. Sisters, look up there. You see Martin Eko Hansen. This is a pure Ghana man. You see Fifi. Fifi. Fifi is a pure Ghana man.
They decided to follow.
So yesterday, a lot of people joined. You know that, this is maybe, so I will say it, however we'll say it now, how do you say it? We'll cast a slide on Ghana's law enforcement, Ghana's judicial system.
How?
They did all of this via virtually. And then people were able to log on and then participate and then listen to the proceedings and all of that. Go ahead and try this one in.
But we also have a virtual.
Yes, we do. How many do we have?
Oh, no, we do. I know it was under pilot as of October last year.
Okay, and then
even before the whole, it's been running. Been running. There's a virtual.
Are people able to join?
During the COVID time.
Yes, it happened.
Yes. No, of course. If it's your case, you will join.
But if it's not your case,
what's your business joining a case?
What
is a public interest matter? There's a difference.
So the case is.
So if I have, if I sue you over the gear deck gig, no.
Yeah. Then if it's so why then would the court document be a public document?
You don't just walk in and collect it. You have to apply
exactly,
for it.
But you can't get it.
Yes, you can. Doesn't mean you will when you apply.
If the session in Ghana's court was in person, if it was happening,
if it's a public interest case, the election petition, was it not telecast?
It was public. So I'm saying that
Ghana is not small like that.
If there's a case in court in Ghana, and I mean it is a physical, it's not virtual, can anybody walk into the courtroom and then listen?
Sure.
Okay, so any case at all?
Of course, yes, any case. But there are also times the court clears the courtroom.
Yes, true. Yes.
So it also depends.
I mean, it happened yesterday that the meeting eventually became in camera. I'm talking about Ofori-Atta's engagement. So why?
So why are you making it look as if because Eko Hansen and the rest they sat through?
No, because lawyers for Ofori-Atta requested that it be made like that.
Yes.
And this is not a directive coming from the judge; it was from the lawyer. So fair enough.
And you can understand why the lawyers would want that.
What I'm saying is that the circumstances or how easy or free the system is there, that I can sit here in my house in Ghana and then log onto the platform and then monitor the case. Can I do that in Ghana when a case is being held virtually in the court, log in and then monitor? Can I do that?
That's what I'm saying.
You said that
you
I don't have
can do that, depending on whether you are a party in the case.
These people,
if you are not a party, relax. And if it's a public interest matter, so okay, I've already used the election petition. I'm trying to get another example. So what are the major cases? Something that all of us.
There's the immigration murder case.
Immigration murder case. Is it a public interest case?
It is.
No.
So
there's a difference between a public interest case and a case that the public is interested in.
What are you,
there's a difference.
What are you saying? What are you saying? That's
there's a big difference. You see, the English may sound the same, but it's not the same. A public interest case is not the same as a case that the public is interested in.
What's a public?
So one that attracts attention, high level attention, public attention. So Daddy Lumba. Let's use Daddy Lumba. So Daddy Lumba's case was
so that one,
a family matter.
Is it a public interest or a case public is interested in?
A case the public is interested in.
So which one is the public interest case?
Public interest case is, let's say, election petition.
Apart from election
one
petition,
that
what are that?
Its outcome has an impact, direct impact on the generality of the public.
I don't understand.
Okay.
What is generality of the public? It's like you're speaking English.
No, I'm not. You follow me.
I'm following you.
Daddy Lumba died.
Yeah.
His wife, his side chick says,
I don't know side chick. I only
please.
know
I'm
two,
just following this one.
spouses.
Don't draw me into this
You are,
controversy.
this is not what you're doing.
No. I don't want the controversy. I'm just trying to cite an example. Don't draw me into that, I beg you.
So say one of the spouses, say it like that.
No, but this is a discussion ongoing. And the reason they went to the court was for the side chick, as is described, to be recognized as one of the wives. You just follow, okay? I beg you. Don't.
But I can't follow something I don't understand. Which of them is?
And then you don't want to understand. Then you don't want to understand.
Fred.
So that matter is a matter that the public became very interested in, following for the gist of it.
The interest.
The interest of it, to satisfy the curiosity.
Okay.
Mind you, in fact, legally, that case also has an implication. It's even though it's a family matter limited to the two women, it could become precedent that will be applied to other cases, similar cases. But that is different from an election petition.
So I want another example apart from the election petition of
I'm
a
not
public
getting another
interest.
example. So if you get examples, you cite and let's see.
So that we will understand it better, so that we understand the differences. Because it sounds very almost the same to me.
Yes, almost, but it's not the same.
So it's only like the election petition that we can
So
get.
let me give you, let me try this one again. I think it's even one of the cases. You see the human rights. Now I'm taking you through law class. Human rights. The right of Crosby to join an association. So that right, you have the right to join GJA, Ghana Journalists Association, or not to join. GJA cannot come and force you and say that you must be a member of GJA. Do you get it? So that is your individual right. Do you get it? So if you go to court to enforce this particular right, it's your individual right you are enforcing. Maybe GJA says by force, by fire, by tender, your management must deduct your salary and remit it to them as your dues. Then you go to court to say that you have the right not to join GJA. Why is GJA collecting your money directly from your management? That is your individual right. So you go to court to enforce that. But the right to vote, the right to vote is not just you alone, your right.
Yes.
It has, that's what they call it, universal adult suffrage. It has an implication for all other people within Ghana. Do you get it? So you can go to court to enforce that right as well. But so in enforcing that right to vote as a public interest right, you may be looking at a forum different from the forum that is allowed for you to enforce your individual rights. This is even more convoluted than the Kwame Brony one. Public interest, and you are following the concourse doesn't mean that it's of public interest.
Okay, we hear you. You can call us now on 0559-242717, 0556910154. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Double